Hi, I'm Jan Roberts, leadership consultant, speaker, coach, and values-based leadership specialist, helping people just like you grow spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally. Now, if you're ready to just stop going through life and start growing through life, you're in the right place. Today, we're going to delve into yet another value, and it is the value of adversity. So let's get into it. But hold on, before we do, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss an episode on intentional living, self leadership, values based leadership, and purposeful growth. So let's get into it. And the value of adversity. And again, I hope if you haven't seen any of my values before or watched them, that I got inspired by through as a values-based leadership specialist. I got inspired by the impact of the 48 values that we've got access to help change the culture of organizations and even help transformation of entire countries. But it starts with transformation begins with me. But it inspired me to, outside of those values, people kept asking me, do you also have a value about this and a value about that? So I started writing some more values, and up to date, I've written another 22 of them. And I think this will probably be number 7 that I'm talking into. They also actually will go into my book, The Power of Values, as an additional chapter. But here we're going to talk about the value of adversity. And I can't be changed by what happens to me, but I refuse to be reduced by it. Now, that is by the amazing late lady Maya Angelou. Adversity refers to difficult or challenging situations or circumstances that one must overcome. It can take many forms, such as financial hardship, illness, loss of a loved one, or personal setbacks. See, the value of adversity is that it can serve as a test of one's character and resilience, helping individuals to learn and grow from their experience. It can also lead to personal development and a greater appreciation for life's blessings. Additionally, overcoming adversity can give a sense of accomplishment and self-esteem. Now, it's always important to remember that adversity is a normal part of life, and every person experiences it at some point. Now, by approaching this with a positive attitude and seeking support when needed, individuals can develop the skills and resilience and learn new coping strategies to effectively handle future challenges. Now, when you hear that you should address it positively, I know that is not always the case, and I've got a story all by myself where I was on my knees when adversity hit me like a baseball bat in the face. But that's for a different time. But you know, we need to look for help around us and a support team, whether it's family or friends or whatever it will be, because it can be. It depends how big a curveball it is and how hard it hits you. Again, Les Brown always says when you fall down, make sure you fall on your back, because if you can look up, you can get up. Now, I'm digressing a little bit again, but we should always remember that mastering adversity is a continuous process and takes time and effort. Also, bear in mind that everyone's journey is unique. It's not a one-time event, and it's okay to seek help and support, which should never be seen as a sign of weakness. The same as with men. We're doing also talks with a friend of mine, a professor friend of mine in Malaysia, about men empowerment and men's circles, because men are suffering because real men don't cry and all those kind of thing. It's a fallacy. Real men do. But when they don't, they keep everything to themselves, and they can't deal with that adversity, and things keep adding up until eventually it ends up in a major disaster. But those who have mastered adversity often carry a kind of quiet strength. They've been tested and have learned how to stand back up when life knocks them down. Yeah, their core is resilience, the ability to recover from challenges and move forward. They've also learned to be adaptable, navigating change and uncertainty with flexibility rather than resistance. Their perseverance runs deep. They don't give up easily, even when the odds are stacked against them. It's a bit like a tree, a willow tree is some trees are much more flexible than others. A willow tree, when you see it sometimes bend, if it was rigid, it might break because of the outside influence, like storms and that. But along the way, these people who have adversity and they mastered it, they developed emotional intelligence, allowing them to manage their own emotions while showing empathy and awareness to others. Self-awareness also plays a key role. See, they know their strength and their weaknesses and use that insight to guide their actions in tough times. And importantly, they know they don't have to do it all alone. So they already build a strong support network with people they can lean on when life gets heavy. Do you have any people within your family or a best friend? I'm really fortunate that I've got both, and my best friend is somebody I can open up to when things are sometimes tough, and it happens to all of us. But overcoming adversity doesn't just build character; it unlocks growth. One of the biggest benefits is increased self-esteem and confidence. When you come through a difficult experience, you often walk away with a deeper belief in your own strength because you grow. Some people say that during tough times your character grows. Well, not really. During tough times, especially in leadership, your character reveals itself. The experience will make you grow afterwards, or maybe even during it, but it'll reveal itself first. See, adversity stretches your limits, revealing new abilities and teaching valuable lessons that shape who you become. It also strengthens you mentally and emotionally well-being by learning how to handle stress and uncertainty. You become more resilient over time as this starts to become part of you. There's also a shift in perspective, as people who faced real struggles often carry a deeper appreciation for life and the people in it. See, relationships improve too, as communication and empathy expand through shared hardships. And sometimes the challenges themselves point you towards purpose. I just talked about it in the last values video. A cause, a mission, or a mindset that you hadn't seen before might also be part of it. So how do you master adversity? Well, it begins with acceptance, by acknowledging the challenge for what it is and give yourself permission to feel what you're feeling. Then reflect on what this moment can teach you. See, the next step is to gather information to understand the situation clearly so you can respond with clarity rather than fear. Create a plan by identifying a few specific actionable steps that will help you regain your footing. Then move forward one step at a time. Prioritize self-care throughout the whole process, though. Sleep, nutrition, movement, and time for things you enjoy are not luxuries. I talk about that in my self-care book. Self-care isn't selfish. Becoming healthier happens by choice, not by chance. They are necessities when facing hard sessions. And finally, don't isolate yourself. Reach out. Whether it's a friend, a mentor, coach, or therapist, because connections bring strength. Mastering adversity isn't about avoiding difficulty. It's about becoming someone who can rise through it and emerge even stronger on the other side. I hope that was helpful for you, and I already thank you for watching. But if you found value in this video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more content that helps you grow through life. I've already created playlists as well for these things, and also hit the notification bell so you never miss a new episode either. I would absolutely love to hear your thoughts. What stood out for you about adversity, about this today? Drop a comment below and let's start having conversations about these kind of things. And if you're serious about living a life of purpose and becoming a better leader, check out the links in the description for resources, coaching, and ways to connect with me. But remember, you have a choice. So choose to lead with purpose, live with intention, and never, ever stop growing. Until next time, keep showing up for your best life because you matter. See you soon. Take care.